Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on your journey today, friends. And we have an unboxing and a little problem we need to solve, and maybe a tank of the day. Let's see how far we get.
Good morning, tank mates. This is a little surprise. We have some new friends to join us. I've been promising you that we would have new friends. And so the first of our new friends arrived today. And I want to say a special thank you to my supplier who made an accommodation that I'm sure kind of surprised. The request was kind of a surprise. And it wasn't, I wasn't asking for $1 million in a month. I was actually asking for a shipment quantity to be reduced, because as you all know, this little I got a nice thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. So as you all know, this little nano tank, we are proceeding with immense caution because of our hard water. And so let's see who our little friends are. We've got a nice weeping sponge. That I really appreciate. This is exactly the sponge I use to clean the inside of the tank when I want to knock down some biofilm and keep other unwelcome guests in check, like the dreaded pond snails, who, by the way, pond snail update, pond snails are almost gone. So I need to keep this in frame. So pond snails are almost gone. We're very happy about that. We're in frame. We have a little, this is our tank water mix where we are, when we do water changes, we upped it to 30% distilled and 70% tap water for now. Because remember, we're trying to demonstrate budget friendliness. And I don't want to pay for water. That's all there is to it. So, who are our new little friends? Let's see. I still have not got the hang of, I'm just going to have to put them down, folks. I can't do this. Let me move you. I'm sorry for vertigo people. This is going to be, a rough journey. Here we go. Let's see if we can zoom in. Awesome. So I can, just by gently picking this up, I can feel where they are. So here are two of them. Oh, nope, all three of them right here. Very much long anticipated first addition to the expanded livestock. And yes, I'm padding because I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. There we go. Oh, look at these little guys. Oh my goodness. Let's see. The foot is retracted on this one. I'm not even going to touch it with my hands. The foot is retracted on this golden mystery snail. Come on, you. Let's go. We're going to put two... not very gently apparently. We're going to put two in our fresh water. Foot is retracted on this one. And this tiny little one, not really tiny because they get pretty substantial. They'll get at least 2.5 maybe times this size. This little guy is going to get lowered, and I'm going to use my stiff strainer. This little guy's going to get lowered into the tank, and it's going to be sink or swim, boyo. we did a water change yesterday, and shockingly, my total dissolved solids went down as a result of adding more distilled water. So, all right, thank you so much for coming to hang with us. And we're going to let you acclimate a little bit right there for... I forgot to ask the supplier what his water parameters were, and you need to be flipped over, buddy. So, I forgot to ask him. I let him know that, you know, what ours were. But I forgot to ask him what his were. I'm assuming it's him. And if it's not, I sincerely apologize. My supplier has one of those names that anybody could have. And I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't want to embarrass anybody either. So, well packaged, speedy shipping. All appearances show us that these little guys, these are mystery snails, gold Inca mystery snails. All appearances show us that these little guys are live and healthy. So, thank you to my supplier. And we have some other updates coming up. This is being filmed on Tuesday. So, our regular show on Friday, on Thursday, sorry, this should be part of the regular show. All right. We'll see you back at the desk or fiddling around with other things in a few minutes. It is Wednesday and we have a new edition. And I'm going to tell you, I kind of don't even want to open this because there's a problem with this order and we're going to talk about what happened. So here's the order. Now, for those of you who don't know, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. For those of you that don't know, let's do this. What a Marimo moss ball is, or Cladophora moss. This is an underwater version of, wow, we're not getting good focus, aren't we? This is an underwater version of moss. And this, can we get good focus? No, we really can't. Yeah, maybe we can. All right, this is commonly known as a Marimo ball or a Marimo moss ball. And in Japan, they're kind of prized. They're like, kind of like pets. They're kept in, they're usually kept in freshwater aquariums and whatnot. Oh, let's move this down a little bit so I have some room and get it on the 0 centimeter mark again. Because I want you guys to see how big this is. In real life. This is partially an unboxing video and partially a species video. Let's see if we can get it the longest way. Okay. That's about 4 centimeters, little shy of 4 centimeters, which in inches is about 1, and we'll be generous. We'll say it's 1 3/4 inches. Yep, 1 3/4 inches. And there's only one. I'm gonna put this back in the bag temporarily. The bag, you may have noticed, is dry. The Marimo ball is wet, but the bag itself is dry. There's no moisture in it at all. So we're going to pull out some tank water and hydrate this. a little, put about 10 centimeters in and hydrate it. Oh, well, maybe we should put a little more in. Let's put 20 centimeters in. Or 20, sorry, not centimeters. Milliliters. So now we'll let that, we're going to leave it open. And we're just going to let that absorb some moisture. Because that's an immersed moss. Alright, next on our list is a little more exciting. Let me pull you out of zoom mode a little bit, because this next one is a little more exciting. And I will tell you that I had when I first started this tank, I just, you saw it. It's kind of bare, but the dwarf lily was really doing a number. It made the tank very pretty and delicate. Okay, here we go. But I had a different vision once I decided that this would be a grow out tank for growing out things and quarantining for a future project. I changed the way the tank looked a little bit. As you can see, our dwarf lily is still homeless, but one of the things that I decided to change once I got the filter was the look of the tank and the way the tank is. Oh, this is exactly the picture. Okay, this is manzanita wood, and this is exactly the piece that I ordered because I had the ability to order by photo. What you see is what you get photo. The exact piece I ordered. Now, the reason I ordered this piece is because, number one, even though it's about the depth of let me let go of it and pull you up a little bit. It's about the depth of this tank, but because of substrate, if I move it up, it's going to just clear the top of the tank, which is exactly what I want. And you'll see why later. This is very dry. It needs to be soaked so that it won't float, because if I put it in here now, like most wood, it's going to float. So I'm going to soak this, and you'll see in a couple of days what I intend to do with it and with this tank. So there's that. I'm still waiting on one more component for this, and then you'll get to see the eventual functional design, why I chose to change the design for functional reasons, and also the design, what the design means in terms of the plants and so forth. And I want to just see if I can find, yes, I'm going to have to take you off the tripod. If it gets too rocky, I will just make a cut. So the next thing you'll see is a down view from the top of the tank. So if you look down, let's get in frame without getting the lens in the water. If you look down, right, all right, the water is making focus a little hard. If you look straight down, sort of under that java leaf, wow, this is a bummer. All right, let me see if I can move the light. That's not a good idea. That's a good idea. Right there is one of our new friends. And this one was probably it was the smallest one, and it was probably behaviorally the most timid one. In terms of, all of them within 2 minutes were up and rocking and rolling. This one took a little bit more time. Let's see if we can see right there, right in the center, right there, you can see kind of hanging out in the leaves taking a nap. Now I have put some fish food in here, some tiny pellets, and that's what you see on the filter, right, not the big white thing, but the two small things. That is some very small, about the size of the head of a pin, some very small fish food. And the reason I put it in there, is that a trumpet? Nope, it's a light distortion. The reason I put it in there is because I wanted to make sure that everybody, the Malaysians, there's one, and everybody else could find food when this guy went in. You can see right here, the Echinodora Vesuvius got a haircut. I took all the leaves off that thing, so it's not curling anymore, but there's new growth right there, that bright green in the center. That's new growth, and hopefully that one will curl better. For some reason, it's growing sideways instead of straight up. Not sure why that's happening, but we'll figure it out.
I want to make one correction. That Marimo mossball, otherwise known as cladophora, is a beneficial species of algae. It is not a moss, a water moss, like I said. That's all I have for you today, because we're already cruising along at 17 minutes. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will do a bonus video when the other component comes in for the nano tank. In the meantime, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.